weirdo gabs, you know.
The midday, mate.
Weirdo gabs.
So small as
I don't know why you think my nuts are small.
Say again?
I said, I don't know why you think my nuts are small. I don't know your fascination with my nuts.
Fascination. It's a bit strange.
Weird guy.
It's a bit strange, there, shit.
You're very weird.
I'm very comfortable in my sexuality.
Bro, you'll be uncomfortable with that.
No, I'm very comfortable. I don't know, these people that, you know, the other day Marvin was putting out red and yellow cards. You know, it just seems like you can't say anything nowadays without someone taking it left, even though I only swing right. You know, it's interesting. What are you laughing for there, Wes?
It's funny.
Why is that?
It's amusing.
No, I'm just saying then.
Am I not find it funny?
Go on.
Can I not find it funny?
No, you can. I'm just very comfortable.
It's good.
You know, and I just find it interesting that everything nowadays is, and I think when people do this whole pause and why thing, you know, I joined into the banter. I think a lot of the time, just like some people are really so against anything that sounds so left. I'm like, bro, it's not that deep. If you're that comfortable, you shouldn't have any problems with it. And I think what's funny, more time, you see the people that campaign for these things the most, they're the ones usually that are doing it. Like I never remember there was a time there was a pastor who basically, no, was it a pastor? No, it was a priest or a pastor who basically was like so against homosexuality, blah, 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 only to find out that he was cheating on his wife with some brother. It's just interesting that you find that it's usually the people who are so against something that tend to be the most in it. And also when I see people doing all this why red card, I'm like, you hiding something. You hiding something. You scared about something. Cause me, I'm easy, man. You know, but I think it was in the group I was talking one time when it comes to like masculinity. Remember one time when my friend was crying because his partner cheated on him, yeah? And I didn't know what to do when he was crying. Like when I was...
Wes, why are you laughing, Wes, man? Shit happens, man.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I don't know why. I don't know why it's funny. No, that was funny. I don't know why that was funny.
No, shit happens, man.
No, I don't know why that was
It
funny.
can happen to anyone, you know.
Yeah, I know, but but I don't know. I don't know why him crying about it made you laugh. I don't know. Would you cry?
Shit happens.
Would you cry?
Probably would.
Would you actually?
Yeah, probably would.
Bro.
Yeah.
So you get home and your missus is being bent over your green sofa.
Bro, I'll go to the shower, turn on the shower, Ray J One Wish. I'll probably start bawling.
Would you cry?
Bro, that shit would hit your ego hard.
I think men's egos are very fragile.
Yeah, but would you cry?
And I think if I walked in on someone,
Yeah. So that's your
And, okay, I think this is the question. Let's say you walked in and it's your mate, your boy, and your missus.
Are you gonna fight it?
Who'd you go through first? Who'd you go for first?
You're gonna fight him.
I'm trying to think who I'm gonna.
No, but I'm asking you, you're gonna fight him.
I'll tell you why. I'll go for my boy before I go for.
No, but I'm saying you're gonna fight him, right?
Yes. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
What if mid-stroke here you go jump and he swings at
No
him?
problem. I'll leave him strip two. I'll leave him strip two. We'll both stand there naked. I'll leave him strip two.
So you can just catch a cheating and the first thing you do is get naked.
This guy was going meat.
I'll tell you
He wants to go meat for meat.
I'm telling you. I don't know how you even, I don't know, man. I think because our egos, yeah. Like when that time when my boy was crying that time, yeah, and he was sitting next to me.
What did you do?
I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't know what to do.
I couldn't even give her
I put my arm around him.
give her a proper hug, man.
And I didn't know what to do. But I think what's crazy though is that
buddy.
when my mate's family member passed, I had no problem consoling him and like hugging him. But when like this guy's girl cheated on him, I didn't know what to do. I almost wanted to tell him like, man up. I don't know how bad that is to tell someone to man up when they just found out that their partner's cheated.
But would you cry? This is the thing. That's what I'm
like
asking.
to think, put it this way, the last time I cried was when I'm trying to think, when was the last time I cried? Apart from death. I'm trying to think when I've okay, I've cried out of frustration once when I wanted to do something to somebody and I know that I ended up going to jail.
So
I cried out of frustration. I was so angry, but I knew the consequences.
Okay.
So a lot of times I say I'm not a good person, I'm just scared of the consequences.
So when you cry, is it like Ian Bill, like you're fully, like your eyes
so
watering?
that time when I cried, it wasn't the noise crying.
Yeah.
It was just like the tears kept kept flowing because
Okay.
I wanted to do this person something,
Yeah.
but I knew the consequences of doing it. That's
Okay.
why I couldn't do it. So I'm just angry and frustrated.
Okay.
So that's the last time I cried outside of death, because I think when you cry for death, it's
Yeah,
normal.
yeah,
I don't think you can count that.
yeah,
but
that
sometimes,
does count.
and when women kind of say they want a guy who can be who's emotional, and people say men are emotional. You got to remember that just because I don't cry, if I punch a wall because you've done me something, that's an emotion. It's anger. People tend to think that being emotional is only when you cry. No, we just exhibit it in different ways. In the same way, once again, you might have a boyfriend who has a problem with you, and he just punches the wall instead of punching you. That's a problem. No, it's a problem. And people don't realize that because you think, oh, guys are not emotional, no one wants an emotional man. You're considering an emotional man as someone who's maybe feminine, or who might cry when there's a problem. No, an emotional guy is someone who, I don't know, let's say he's driving and has a crazy bout of road rage. Instead of him crying, he's angry.
Yeah.
So for instance, I might have a bad day at work and I might not cry, but I'll come home in the mood, just vexed, slamming doors and everything. I'm still emotional. So when you say that men are not emotional, we sure are, we just exhibit it in different ways. And some of us don't verbalize it. So for instance, I won't tell a female friend about a problem, I just said in another podcast, I just tell my boys. Because I'm not going to sound like someone who's scratching a blackboard with their nails. That's what it sounds like when you whine to women. Just like, and they pretend like they care, but we've had a conversation before. They pretend like they care, but they don't. Do you know what I mean? And I just think, especially with men, our egos it's very, very fragile. And I don't think, when it comes to that sort of thing, finding out your girl has done something, that is, whoo.
He's gonna jump in the bed like, did he satisfy you?
Listen, that's where it all...
When did he jump in the bed?
That's where it all goes.
I ain't even seen that.
You didn't see the video?
I ain't even seen that.
Him and R. Kelly.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Funny thing is, went to a comedy show on the weekend, Travis J's.
Yeah.
And he had Kevin, with Kevin Cage, the comedian, was supporting him, and there's some good jokes, some good political jokes, and one of the jokes was talking about cancelling people, and he was talking about R. Kelly, and he was like, I still play R. Kelly. And he said it, and everyone was like, woo, and it was like, what, do you guys still play P. Diddy? Are you going to cancel Mary J. Blige? Are you going to cancel Mace? Are you going to cancel Bad Boy music? Everyone was like, Said you can't be selective in your cancelling. And I'll be honest, sometimes Robert slips up. Sometimes when I'm just driving in the car by accident. Don't know how he's on
That
the
was the
shuffle.
worst way you could have said that.
Well, I'm not doing this poor stuff anymore. It's just what it is.
You could have said anything. You could have said, "Yeah, I play the music sometimes." No, you said Robert slips out.
Yeah, that's what it is. And even as a man, for instance, I'm here now trying to curl some weight, and I think there would definitely, for me as a guy, I know that going to the gym, I don't know what it is for most people, but for me, why I like training is, one, it makes my body look good. Two, it's to release the dopamine that I get from it, and I think it's for the And I saw someone got onto you for calling women that.
Yeah. I'll say it again.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'll say it again.
Yeah, it's not. I told it is. Yeah. One thing I've learned is that there are certain things. When people say you can't say the N word, there's certain things that are in house. So I've seen girls call themselves bitches regularly, and that's their thing. In the same way, if I call you my nigga, it's not for Harold sitting there to go, oh, how you doing? Where's my nigga?
Yeah.
You get choked.
That's
So
fine.
there's some things that are in house and some
That's
things that are
fine.
not. But I think people are very sensitive.
They are indeed.
And I remember I was at an event one time, and this girl got upset because a guy referred to women as females. And I was like, what's the problem with calling...
People need to get a life, man. People are too dry. I don't like it.
I don't know, I was like, what's the problem?
They've got no person. Everyone's robotic, and they're afraid to be themselves around people in case someone else says something. So now you can't say it. Get out of here, man. That's dry. I'll never be dry. I'll be myself to my detriment. That's my problem.
Yeah, and that's me. That's why for me, like when it comes to things like gym, for example, I just go there to look good. I go for a release, and I think there's a part of where, like, when I'm in the gym and I've got my headphones on, it's like I can zone out. And I think even as like a man, I don't think all men should go gym, but I think one thing you should learn is self-defense. I think is very important to learn as a guy.
I think all men should exercise.
I think whatever form of exercise, I was going to say gym, but I think all men should have some form of exercise. And I'm not talking about naked exercise. I mean some form of, whether it's martial arts, whether it's football, whether it's just going for a walk. Every guy should move.
Chiz is gonna do a PB.
What's that?
You're doing a PB. Sorry, bro. No, I just wanted to catch you on camera, just for you.
It's fantastic, ain't it?
Yeah, it's good, man.
You know, I think
Jealous.
every guy should.
You want to be like me, Wes?
No, man.
I could write you the blueprint.
The blueprint. Or for small balls.
Small chicks. You man are funny, man. I don't know what you two have been eating for breakfast. Fascination about my nuts. I don't know why. Shit's weird, boy. But whatever makes your day, I'm with it. You know.